Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman. All right, Senator, are some Democrats rooting for Iran?
Well, whether I wouldn't say rooting, but if they have, any words to say, it's against, America, and it's describing us, if anything, as if we're the aggressor, or we are on the wrong side of history, and that's just not true. I mean, every single president since the regime was created in '79, every single president wanted to address it, and they wanted to fix that, and they want to hold them accountable what they've done. And now all these things have tried negotiating treaties, all other kinds of sanctions and all that did not work. And now it was at the point after they created the kinds of funding of 10-7, and they continued to underwrite the world's most amount of terrorism. So Trump did something about it. And now, as a Democrat, I think we should all agree, hey, I think it's a good thing that Iran has been held accountable. And I'm going to be the only Democrat that's going to continue to support those efforts, because I can't imagine why we can't agree that it's a good thing. And now there are more things that are necessary at this point to achieve that. And I'm going to be the one Democrat that votes against the War Powers Act if it comes up next week.
Well, hopefully this war is wrapped up before you need it. I think there's another 60 days before you have to go to Congress. But Senator, do some members of your party think Trump is more dangerous than the Iranians?
Well, I can't speak for my other Democrats, but the American media has essentially become carrying water for Iran, and they're describing it the kinds of circumstances, and they forget the way Iran has behaved. And why can't we just call what Iran has been and what it continues to do, those things? America is the force of good in the world, and holding Iran accountable, what they've done, is important. And now that's, we're 40 days into this war, and we have the opportunity to finish off this and to make the world more safe and more just and secure, not just in that region, but all across in the world.
I hope we finish it off, too, and open up the strait, and we can all get back to business. The 25th Amendment, impeachment, war crimes, are they serious about this stuff, or is that just politics?
Well, I mean, sure, there are some of them are serious about those things, but like Stephen Smith just pointed out, that it's not going anywhere because they certainly won't have the votes to do those kind of things. But like I said, why can't we just, root for our military? Why can't we just say, I don't have to agree everything the president has done or the kind of things that he says, but we should be on the side of America, and we should be on the side of civilization and the free world. And I'm on that side. And I don't know why I'm the only Democrat that says those kinds of things at this point. And I'm going to continue to always vote to support our military, whatever is required for them to do to hold Iran accountable and make that region more safe.
Well, you're the most civilized Democrat, and you're wearing a hoodie. So go figure, Senator.
Yeah, I mean, I don't listen to me about fashion, but I think more Democrats should listen to me and say, be on the right side of history and holding Iran accountable. And if you have to pick a side, pick our side, pick civilization, pick Israel. There was just a poll, I think it was today, Pew pointed out 80% of Democrats view Israel as negative. Like, that's insane. That's our special ally. That's the only place in the region that has the kind of values and the kinds of way that we live and what we want here as a Democrat. How is that possible that 8 out of 10 view Israel in a negative thing as Democrats? And I know it's even more and more unpopular about standing and agreeing about epic fury, but I will be the only Democrat, in my caucus that's proud to stand with Israel. And I also think epic fury was necessary, and I'm going to continue.
Good. Well, Senator, thanks for joining Jesse Watters Primetime, and tell your dad I said what's up.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.